Alrighty, so September 11th, 2025 review and focus list. So I took two trades today. Both I was stopped out on. First trade, I bought this TLS. I just bought the 1 minute opening range high. So right here, it stopped me out pretty much instantly. But then it did go out, and that became like the 5 minute high, and then it did trigger the 5 minute high, and pretty much went straight up after that. I only risked 1/4% of my account. This isn't very liquid. I probably should just stay away from shit like this. But I did think the flag was pretty good, so I was like, fuck it. And the stop was like 2.5%, very tight. So I risked, yeah, like 1/4%, so I didn't lose that much on the trade. But probably should just avoid shit like this, personally. I think is a better idea for me. Because this isn't scalable anyways. May as well wait until there's more dollar volume coming into something like this. But whatever, it's fine. And then the other one, my other trade was Run. Initially looked pretty good. I just bought it over the previous high of day. You can see it had this big wick. As soon as it hit that level, so it was a key level, then it ran up, had some high volume here, and then it just started right around 1 o'clock. It just started a complete fade, like really just no bids at all, and just literally went to low a day. And you could tell it was weak because like when you have a big sell off like this and then it tries to bounce and immediately fails the bounce, that's how you know it's really weak. I probably could have started trimming based on that and started taking myself out of the trade because I was still pretty close to my break even at this point. But I decided to just hold it to my low a day. And then again, you try to base and you try to bounce, and it just absolutely doesn't bounce at all. Further weakness. And then you break that 200 on your big volume, further indication. And eventually you just go to low a day, which I'm not surprised. What was I gonna say? I risked 3.75% on this one, so I did try to size up a little bit in this one. Didn't work. I'm okay with it not working. And then my third buy I took 3 buys actually, and then I bought ONDS, and this one closed very well. This one was kind of tough though because you just can't get a tight stop on this name, like no matter what you do. Previous high day was 10% stop. I decided to take it because it's a 13 ADR, so it's still within one, but like this thing just does not offer a tight stop. I don't really know how to get my way into this one without, like, I just don't know how to get my way into this and make the risk reward make sense. If it gives an inside day tomorrow, which I highly doubt it will do because this thing just moves without you, that'd be great, and then I could add to my existing position. But I risked 0.5% on this, again with like a 10% stop. So it has to make a significant move for me to even profit off of this, which it could do because it's made linear momentum moves in the past. But if it could give like just another inside day, just something small tomorrow, and then go next week, that would be great. That's wishful thinking. But I am in it. My stop is pretty protected with all of this. And the 10 moving average above my stop, so my stop is pretty protected. And yeah, if it's gonna go, it's gonna go. At least I have a piece in it. But wasn't I'm not really like the risk reward on this isn't that big. It's maybe 5. Highly unlikely you'd get a 10R on this trade, but we'll see. Unless it again tightened up. Yeah, so I'm not fully invested. I probably should have hit data centers harder with size, but I didn't do that. And that would have been a little bit easier. I did take a down day today. I was down 1% today, but I also had like an 8% day, like what was it, 2 days ago, and then I had an up day yesterday. So it was like when everyone else was having their bad day, I was having my green days. And then today, a lot of the range buyers had great days because Tesla finally broke this range, and then Tim also finally went. Now, like, I wouldn't have caught these anyways because I just my system doesn't catch this. I probably wouldn't have caught this, and if I did, like, what level would I buy off of? Previous high day, I definitely would not have. At best, I'd buy off of this high, and my stop is 7% on a 780R stock. I'm not even up 1R at the close, and I wasn't even up 1R at the high. So the risk reward there just is not there for me. Now, if this makes a linear move up, gives me 2 days, 2 more days of this, and then flags, then that's a good stock for me. But that's what I'm trying to stick to. I don't want to like mess around with too many setups or too many different things. I want to just stick to one precise, clean thing and roll with that, and then I can expand after that, because I feel like before I was too random with what I was doing. I was buying big base breakouts, and then I was buying some momentum stocks. My momentum stocks were working. My big bases weren't working, but there was like between those two together, combining the two setups, it was just too much trading and not enough focus. And so I feel like with what I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to narrow focus and cut out noise. That's kind of like my goal here. And so far for data centers, it's working great, right? I mean, I got in the data centers. I've got decent size in the data centers, but yeah, I want to keep my mind focused. So it's like you're gonna see people pound the table in these big bases, like, oh, look at this stock. This is a fat pitch, whatever you want to call it. Reality is, even like as a big base, like I probably wouldn't have gotten this again if I was gonna buy this. Even if you got previous high a day, I guess you're up about 1.5 hours. It was decent risk reward. Well, not even though it's not even divisible. The stop loss isn't even divisible by 2 from the ADR. And realistically, you probably don't want to buy there. You probably want to buy at this high, and then it's literally divisible maybe by 1. So it's not that great. And I mean, I just know if I was trading this during I was trying to time this base breakout, dude, I would have gotten chipped out so many times because I would have bought here, which it would have worked, but then I would have bought here. I got slept out. It's just too choppy, too much range. I'd rather just wait for the established momentum, something like this, man. Something where you get your move up, and then it flags, and then you get a good move up. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm trying to focus on catching. The big brace bullshit, I don't really care about. Like, it just, I'm not. It's not something I'm focused on right now. I'm trying to catch, something like this where you get a 35% move in 3 days, and then you get the sideways, and then you get some follow through. Yeah, that's what I'm looking to catch. Establish momentum. I'm not trying to time these bases. I just don't think. I don't think trading trading too many setups, you're going to be too spread out, and you're not going to be able to really have good performance. Your performance is going to be not as good because you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be trading more, and when you trade more, you're just not going to trade as well. With that being said, holy yap. So indexes were green today. QQ was up a lot. Not a lot, but I mean 0.5%, pretty good. IWM, a great day, 1.85% day, approaching this all-time high. RSP, I was talking about this yesterday, and again, yesterday everyone was losing their minds, and then today you get the big green day. Who's shocked? Nobody. But just welcome to Twitter and trading, but RSP breaks out of this big base, huge cup and handle, new highs, so that's a really good sign for breadth. Positions, Reddit, I'm still holding. Cypher, still holding full position. UU, still holding full position. Wolf, still holding full position. Iron, still holding full position. AEHR, full position from the gap up day. And then ODS, I bought it today. I am not that invested again. I need to try to fucking size up or like do something better. I don't know. I am about I'm 85% invested, and that's mainly because I was taking smaller size. I wasn't sizing up in anything. If I was taking full size, then that would be double. That would be like 160% invested, so I would be fully invested. Because the names I trade, you can't get full margin on anyways. But I have not been taking full size trades, and I've just been working with half size, which you can still get big size like positions, but just my full size is much bigger than other people's full size. My full size can be 100% of my account in one name. Most people's full size is 25% to 30%, and that's like my half size to 1/4% size. So it's just kind of different there. So I've been trading other people's full size or like my half size, 1/4 size even. Breakouts for tomorrow, I don't see that much. I think Ethereum, I think it looks decent. If it can get above 4,500, I'd take a shot at it. I think it is worth a shot at 4,500, just because. Just because it's got this little. I mean, it is a tight flag. It's very tight here. Like you just look at it and it's very contracted. It's formed higher lows all the way. I don't care about the MACD, but the MACD is flipping green. Like it's starting to try to come across, and it is a very tight pennant after making a nice linear move up. Moving averages are a little bit fucked up, but like it's so like catapult tight kind of thing. Higher lows are so defined, and it's rejected this 4,500 level so many times. It's just like when it breaks this level, I don't see how it doesn't go, or it doesn't. Like it just seems like this is the level it's going to catapult off of. So I do have that. So I have ETH. That's probably like my best idea. This GPRE looks decent. You know, this did make a 50% move up and 55% move in 3, 4, 5, 6 days, which is pretty good. And then it's kind of just pulled back. It was tightening up right here, then it kind of failed, and it just fell back into this 20 moving average, which it closed above today. And it's formed an inside candle. The volume is not completely dead, but it is lower. And so I'm mainly looking at this linear move right here. If it can get above today's high, I do think it might be worth a shot. Just try it. And it hasn't taken previous high of day in, 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So that is a significant level. And you also have this green candle close as this level 2. And you can see kind of respected it in the past as well. So this is kind of an idea. It's okay. It's not that great. It's decent. Not the most like a $20 million volume. I think ETH, like if you look at ETHU, this looks really good. This is exactly what I want to see from a flag. Obviously, actually Ethereum looks a little bit different. And I think you have to go off the actual Ethereum. But ETHU looks really good, and that goes with Ethereum. But GPRE is decent. And then I'm watching this PBF. I wouldn't trade this, but I'm watching it. And then UUU, it had a tight candle today. I don't really know if I would trade off of this high. I liked it as a long today if it took out 1323, but that did not happen. And so I don't really know like would I trade it off of the high of today. I don't think so. Maybe. Because if it takes out today's high, there's a good chance it does go to new highs, which is 1350. And at that point, it would be a proper breakout. But I don't want to buy it at 1350, right? If you're going to buy it, you'd want to buy it off of the thin day today. The risk reward is just much better. But it's not a fully developed like chart like the way it is right now. So, it's kind of eh. Looks like it bounced off the HVC level. It's linear, so if it moves, it's going to move. But if it doesn't move, like, I would hate to buy it while it's just sitting in this range. If it's just going to build a flag here, I don't want to add it. But, like, the reason why you could add it is it had a thin day. The volume is decently low, not lower than here, but decently low. And it did touch the 5-day. And, you, like, through this level, you could definitely see new highs. Definitely possible. So maybe I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just try it small. But I also don't want to, like, dig into my profits either, if it's gonna... I'd hate to take a 0.25% loss and then, my open profits come back and then I make nothing on the trade. And my real average is fucking down here, 1163. And so I would hate to lose those gains trying to buy more. But at the same time, like, it hasn't even made a real move yet, right? It's still kind of just sitting here. It made a decent little move up. But, like, this thing has made a 50 or 60% move up. This thing can go to 17. So you don't also, like, if it looks like it can go to 17, you don't want to, like, not add to it if it's, it's a good winner. So maybe I would trade it. We'll see. If I do trade it, it would have to be, like, quarter size. Like, I'm not going to go full size in it at this point. But I could go quarter size and then risk my open profits, which isn't ideal, but, like, kind of is what it is if you're chasing for a bigger gain, which is what I do. So that's really all I got. I think Ethereum's my best idea tomorrow, but besides that, not a whole lot. Just kind of mid. Charts need time. There's some charts that I'm stalking. VSAT I think looks very good. If VSAT gives an inside day tomorrow, or just a little bit of sideways, like, I think this is a very good chart that I would totally be interested in buying. But I couldn't buy it today because the risk reward just isn't there. I would have bought it off the high of the inside week, and that's a 9% stop. The ADR is only 6.16, so that doesn't even make sense to do, and it's still in the range, so it doesn't make sense to do. But more sideways, and I would love that. RR, I think, is a good potential name to own. Again, you need like a day or 2 or 3 of sideways. I'm not buying it today because yesterday, I mean, I guess it was buyable today, but again, like, your risk reward, 6% stop, you only have 5R. Like, 6% stop is decent on this name, 13 ADR, but, like, you're up 1R at the close, not even. It's just kind of mid. So you want to be in charts that you're gonna get multiples of your risk day one, something like that. Like Reddit, I was up 2R day one, right? I can move my stop up day one. That's what I'm trying to, like, that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to fucking buy a stock and then the stop is so wide, I need the 3-day move just to get to the point where I can move my stop to break even. So RZLZ looks good if this can flag. A-Lab still looks good if this can flag, but maybe this just continues higher. Again, maybe Tim and Tesla now, if they make a couple days worth of a move up and then flag, I'd be interested. MET-C broke down today, but an inside day, and I could get re-interested in this. I stopped out break even. That's all I got. I'm dragging out the video a little bit too long. 20-minute video, sorry. That's all I got. Neo, if Neo goes sideways 1 day or 2 days, I'd be interested in buying this. I got caught in the gap down yesterday, but you know, it pretty much ate that up, and I'd be really interested in buying it today. I mean tomorrow, or a fucking couple days if it went sideways. That's all I got. That's all I got, really. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you watched, thanks. All right, see ya.